the championship matches all season long here at the Cap City Elite Summer Hockey League. And we have a matchup first for third place, BladeTech against High Bank. Greg Franke along with Ryan Dietrich, and they do this in professional ranks all the time where you get into the playoffs, you bring up some guys to help you win, but I think in this case, BladeTech's brought up practically an entire team for this game.
Yeah, things are looking a little different, but that's how we do it here at the Cap City Summer Elite League. Fluid rosters, last-minute changes, fluid schedule. Hey, we're moving the third place in championship games today, so that's how it works, and that's what we get to deal with. But either way, it's going to be an exciting matchup here as BladeTech brings in a lot of the University of Miami squad. Some local guys here from in the region looking to join alongside Cole Sillinger and Graham Broadfoot are the only two returning gentlemen. You see Trevin Erie there as well, who's had a little bit of experience in the Summer Elite League, but we got a lot of new faces, and yeah, as you see on camera there, they do not have some of the names on those jerseys, so we've got the numbers, we'll do our best, but
there's the leading scorer, both in goals and assists in the league, Carson Meyer, and he will be leading the High Bank Distillery team into this game, and he'll also have a considerable amount of help as well from a lot of other players from Miami, and I think that's what happens. We get closer to the start of training camps and players have to start dispersing and so forth, and Miami being nearby, they probably have a lot of guys that are just coming into the area and are joining for this game. But Justin Richards from the Buffalo Sabres is still being there in the lineup to team up with Carson Meyer. But the fun part is we're going to get to see a lot of new players, a lot of skills, a lot of European players that I'm sure are going to really thrive in this kind of game. So it should be fun to watch. And we're underway as the puck is shot into the High Bank zone. And after it goes Jameson O'Flynn, and he is one of the players that we've seen a lot of. There's Carson Meyer making a pass to Braden Clark, who's done extremely well this year as a scorer. And he missed on the short side there. And back comes Cole Sillinger from the Blue Jackets. And his backhand pass is just behind its intended target. And it's a 2-on-1 back the other way. This time Meyer is on the receiving end. But the puck just dribbled off his stick. He got it back, though, right out in front. And a fine save by Garrett Alderman from the Ohio University Bobcats. And he made that big save there. Of course, they have that excellent club program. And now it is over to O'Flynn. O'Flynn in the corner. He's checked on the play. Meyer got it back right out in front, but it's poke checked away and into the corner. And High Bank is controlling the game. And you wonder how much of an advantage the fact that most of these guys have played together all season will do, although a lot of these guys coming into Miami in the same program. There's a shot by Richards stopped on the short side. But a lot of these guys haven't played for Miami yet, so they may not have that familiarity. Well, drop pass back to Sillinger right out in front, and he never really does get a shot, but he still holds on to it. Behind the back pass, breaking out to center ice, checked away from Carson Meyer by Michael Feenstra, one of those Miami players. And it's over. He's one player who's played a lot for Miami, entering his 5th year for the Red Hawks. Right out in front to Braden Morrison for Miami. And he is transferred from Wisconsin to Miami. So he has collegiate experience. And over the line they go. Drop pass back to one of the new players for High Bank. That's Cam Bazier. He and Tanyan Bazier, both from Gilmore Academy, before they moved on. Tanyan for Miami, and Cam playing in the North American Hockey League with the El Paso Rhinos. There's a broken up play, and Arthur Taransky comes up with it. He is a player from Miami, played 3 years in international hockey from Sweden. Back to Noah Holt at the point. He's been one of the regulars throughout. Trying to drop it back at the line, checked out, and it's been a lot of action. Not too much chance to get a word in edgewise here.
Yeah, that's just all right. The players getting a feel for it here early on in the first period.
But as we were mentioning, a lot of these players from Miami have not actually played for the Red Hawks. Some of them are entering collegiate hockey, so it'll be interesting to see how they gel together as a team in this game. Maybe a slight advantage that High Bank might have.
Well, I wonder how much off-season training they've got in as well.
Pass off into the corner, cross, and that one's cut off by goaltender J.J. Slacko from Kingston in the Ontario Hockey League. And now it's into the corner looking for a centering pass, so a new goalkeeper that we haven't seen yet as well.
Solashko just 17 from the Columbus area here, getting some good experience.
And now, right out in front, that one goes wide into the corner. And that is Graham Broadfoot skidding to the ice. Lost control of the puck. He got it back, though. If you just wait long enough, it'll come back to you. And it's stolen away, though. And out comes High Bank's Alex Kumlin. Kumlin, the Swedish player, across. He got a return pass from Holt, and save was made by Alderman. And now BladeTech out to center ice with a pass, and there's a breakaway. Moving in, going to the backhand, and the shot there by Trevin Erie, a very quick player that we've seen on a few occasions. He was stopped, though, by Solashko, now right in, and a shot at a goal. And the scoring has been opened by Justin Richards with all the new names out here. A familiar face breaks the deadlock.
Yeah, Justin Richards doing what he does. Used his speed there to kind of split the defense on a little breakaway and takes care of business.
And the puck drop. Albin Nielsen from Sweden back to get it. We said there's a lot of Europeans here from a lot of different countries. Slovakia, the Czech Republic, Latvia, and Sweden. Shot and the save there. Of course, Patrick Laine brings a Finnish presence here as well.
And Justin Richards nets his 5th goal of the summer league season here, his 12th point.
Check along the boards, turning back with the puck. Goes number 16, Jackson Dixon. He's from that development junior league, preparing players for college right out in front. And a quick shot there by Jameson O'Flynn, stopped by Garrett Alderman. And now BladeTech turns it back up ice. Now it is Sillinger wheeling and setting it up, the shot, and it just trickles in past Solashko. He got 75% of the puck, but it just wasn't quite enough to keep it out.
Yeah, and you can see the desperation on his face as he looks back and just sees it trickling into the net. Good effort by the young goalie.
Good rush here by Sillinger. He didn't beat anybody, but he just kind of kept twisting and gaining some space so he could get a good shot away, and then he put it home. So it is 1-1 now, 1-0 in favor of High Bank now, but we did have a goal over there by Richard, so it's actually 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. They've got no score up on the board. I'm sure they'll get that corrected here in
back of the net, stolen and coming out with it. Richards, up it goes to Taransky. Taransky cutting to the deep slot, but he's being checked all the way. Then he tries a behind-the-back pass. Couldn't find Richards, but it's recovered and fed back to Richards again. And they put it in. A great play there by Raymond Vitolinch, and he sets up Richards for another goal.
Yeah, there we go. We had a slow couple of minutes as they got their feel for it. But we've got 3 goals here in the last 90 seconds.
There's a look at the feed. Vitolinch got it to him, number 13 there, to 16 Richards. And that makes it 2-1 now in favor of High Bank Distillery.
A good stick work by Richards in the crease there.
Vitolinch is the player from Latvia on the squad who will be heading to Miami. He's actually played for Russia. Of course, for many years, Latvia was part of the Soviet Union. They played in the same league, and a lot of them still participated for the Russian team. And also a World Junior 18 performer, Vitolinch, and he made a fine play on that goal. Now skating up with a neat play there at the line is Max Dukovic. His shot was blocked into the corner, and they recover it. And this is Teddy Lagerbeck into the corner, but that's broken up. Out comes Meyer. Meyer then shielded the puck, passed it off wide, then got a return pass, and the save made by Alderman, all alone in front. They couldn't get a second shot as Lagerbeck went in along with Carson Meyer, and they got a great chance. Now scooting it over the line. This is Erie. Tried to get a shot. It was deflected back and then fired wide of the net by Feenstra. Man out to center ice. Neat little drop pass there. And the shot was stopped by Solashka. As a good play at the line there by Max Dukovic. And now it is carried out to center ice, and now it is Holt. Holt taking the pass in the left wing. He's got lots of room, and he's in that inside wing, and the shot was saved. He was playing the off wing. The right-hand shot on the left side gave him a good shooting angle, but Alderman made the save. And now it's carried out by BladeTech to center ice. No one to pass it to, so just keeps skating up the ice. does number 44. That's Braden Morrison. He was checked on the play. Cross-rink pass too far for Holt. And back to get it is Robbie Drasner from the Miami Red Hawk program. His pass, Broadfoot, one-on-one, sets up a screen, and the shot goes wide. Broadfoot recovers it in the corner, dropped it off the side of the goal, no angle there. And the shot is deflected, and skating out with a lot of speed. Here's Braden Clark to Noah Holt. Holt on the backhand, pass in front, save by Alderman as he closed the 5-hole. And some quick rushes up the ice now for both teams. That one intercepted in center ice by Alex Kumlin. He drops it back. That's in the skates of Holt. He couldn't find it, and that's going to allow a 3-on-2. Rather slowly developing, though, and it was checked away before Nielsen could get a shot. Shot in front and a save again right there.
Yeah, not a lot of hurry and hustle or coming there from the BladeTech team as they had a good opportunity, but just a little slow on the ice, it looks.
I think it was unexpected. It hit the player's skate before he got to the bench. There's a shot to save as Sillinger was denied by Salashko. And now here's a rush by O'Flynn. O'Flynn back, and he gets a return pass from Kumlin. Back of the net, O'Flynn in the corner. He's checked by Nielsen. Now it is Lagerbeck with it, number 8. Up the boards, then up the middle, intercepted at the blue line. Richards back as he feeds it over to Braden Clark. They don't get a good shot away, but Richards still has it. That puck following him around here as it did on that first goal. Into the corner now for O'Flynn. O'Flynn back of the net, intercepted, and it's a break. 2-on-2, pass over on the left wing, sledding in, trying to fancy little move there. Did Nielsen, but couldn't finish it. But now he gets the puck back, and the shot and a save. That was Jackson Dixon on that shot, and the save made by Salashko. Now it's Richards. Richards moves away from Sillinger. They'll probably run into each other during the NHL season very soon. There's a pass in front to Clark, and Clark got checked off his stick by Teddy Lagerbeck. Centering pass intercepted, and now it's a chance for Sillinger. It's 3-on-1. Sillinger dropped back, got it back again, but he had a bad angle, and he centers it again. And that went in. The shot, I thought for a moment Salashko might have made the save.
Yeah, tough to tell on that one.
But the goal was potted by Teddy Lagerbeck, number 8, for BladeTech. I thought that 3-on-1 was lost because it went back into the corner and a bad angle there for Sillinger, but he made the pass across and they scored anyway.
Yeah, Sillinger patient with it, and it pays off.
And again, you have to say, maybe if a couple of defenders got back, they might have been able to break that up because that was not a real fast developing 3-on-1. But they've been going at a breakneck pace out here. And here is Sillinger on a breakaway. Goalie, though, tried to beat him to it. He did not, though. And Sillinger puts a forehand up high behind him. Salashko, I didn't know, he came out. He looked like he was baiting him a little bit before he played the puck, and then he misplayed it. And Sillinger made him pay for it.
Yeah, there's a good lesson from the veteran for the young goaltender there. He's got to be patient, stay his ground, as he just got a little over his toes there.
If you're going to come out, you got to make a play on it. There is Richards. The shot, he waited too long. He had it taken right off his stick. Richards had a breakaway, couldn't score. Tried to center it for Carson Meyer. Score now 3-2 for BladeTech, and here's another opportunity. Moving in with a shot and a goal by Dukovic.
Yeah, I think that was 13, Max Dukovic from Aurora, Illinois. Getting in on the action. Looks like he played in 31 games last year with Miami, and here's a good look at it from the side.
Came from the Langley Rivermen program prior to that. Scored a goal and 15 points for Miami in 31 games. 14 assists. He made no mistake on that one. They might look for increased goal scoring production for him. There's the second save off that first shot as it was sticked away by Salashko. Now back out they come to center ice. And Meyer swinging back. And now it is Meyer catching up to his own pass in the corner, centered. Sillinger got an assist on that goal, and now it's out to center ice. Feathered pass back to Sillinger. He leads him in on side, almost managed to get right through Vitolinch, sent out, and Holt's got it. He takes on a breakaway. Holt moving in, passes it off to Meyer, and his shot was stopped by Alderman. He knew he was on the backhand. He was limited in what he could do, so he fed it across to Meyer, and Alderman got across quickly. Now out to center ice. The stick handle in goes number 44, Braden Morris, and he was checked at the blue line. Back it comes for a 2-on-1. 3-on-1, same play we saw a moment ago. Let's see what they do this time. Pass across, they score just like they did last time. And again, Sillinger is the setup man, and he got it across to Tanyan Baser, 29 on the other team. That's Drasner, Robbie Drasner, and he made no mistake.
Pretty good defense by Jamison O'Flynn in the middle there to at least hold him up a moment. But Cole Sillinger just finds the tape as Drasner buries it.
Where's those barreling back checkers?
Not in this league, my man.
To Dixon.
But you got to have a little help on the back end.
Yeah, a little bit anyway. Here is Lagerbeck moving in. Over the blue line, played it back. Here they got some room. A pass in front by Dixon, a Broadfoot. That one went wide. Now it's in the corner. Controlled by Drasner, who just scored that goal. Robbie Drasner played with the Nanaimo Clippers prior to going to Miami, where he's played 3 years for them. And a pass cross. Drasner's a defenseman. He's going to think I'm a goal scorer now when he goes back to play for the Red Hawks. Stolen. Long pass, trying for another breakaway to Broadfoot. He had to come back for it. Broadfoot slips it out, intercepted right out in front of the goal to O'Flynn. Man, he took a shot after Taransky set him in alone, but he was stopped by Alderman. And out they come again to center ice. This is O'Flynn. Tried to make a move, and Broadfoot swept it away and gave him a 2-on-1. Don't want to stick handle at your own blue line too much. He came right in, but he didn't have any room, and Slasko stopped him. And back they come. Over the line comes Clark. Fed it off to O'Flynn. Goal.
Ooh, just under the arm of Alderman there, right? Just through that kind of left hip pocket. Stuck one by.
Good passing play to make it 5-3, but BladeTech leading with all the new players. You've mentioned about how much workouts that they've been able to get over the summer. We know these players, as we see this goal, have been skating hard every single week, and so they've had to really maintain that for these Miami players. Credit them, the players on BladeTech, mostly from Miami. They obviously have been doing some conditioning because they're leading 5-3 and really controlling a lot of the game right now. So everybody knows they have to keep in shape in the offseason. Right out in front of the goal there. And suddenly things have tightened up as Braden Clark finds the mark.
Well, and I was going to mention, when I was getting the rosters, Jamison O'Flynn had only one sock, so he was trying to track down another one. So I don't know if he found it or not, but he may be playing on one sock.
They must have a pro shop here. And it's now 5-4 all of a sudden. So we talked about the conditioning. Let's see if it holds up for this BladeTech team.
Yeah, pretty frenetic pace here the last 14 minutes.
And there's a pass in. Clark with a shot. That one just goes wide as he almost tied the game. You can work out, you can train, but unless you're playing in intense pace games like this, it's not the same thing. There's a save by Alderman as he stopped O'Flynn. They get it back, and all of a sudden, this High Bank team is really coming back hard. Pass, and that shot, he had wide open net off the pass from Justin Richards, but the shot went wide from Clark. It looked like all he had to do was put it in, and it was a tie hockey game.
Yeah, top half of the net wide open. Clark just fanned it.
Drop pass back over the line by number 13, Djokovic, and then they put it in off the centering pass, and that goal is scored by Erie to make it 6-4.
Nice little chip shot there from Trevin Erie. We're going to get a good look at it here. He's on the right side. Good feeding. Well, other than the ref being in the way, you can still see it on the left side. Chips it right in there.
Trevin Erie from Utica in that National Collegiate Development Conference. And out to center ice. So after it was almost tied, now it's a 2-goal game again, but they walk right in. And the shot by Vitolinch was stopped as he was set in by Richards. Still loose. Back of the net. A centering pass, Meyer. And he had the short side taken away from him. Now he tries the other side on a wraparound. He was checked on the play. And Meyer, back out it goes up to Richards' left point on a quick pass. In front, the puck is bouncing. Alderman sweeps it away. And now Sillinger turns back behind the goal and starts up ice. Sillinger dangling with it at center ice. And he went right through Meyer. Meyer might not be a stand up with the blue line defenseman. Would go well to stay in the forward position there. Sillinger right out in front. Look at him move the puck around, and that shot went wide. And now it's over on the boards where it's captured by Sillinger with a neat move around Richards. He's on his knees. He fed it off wide to Morrison. Centering pass intercepted and out for Meyer. Meyer skating down hard. He's being pursued, but he'll get to the net. Backhand shot saved by Alderman. Came up with it again. Carson Meyer out of the corner. His pass behind Richards, trying to get back down, but it'll be a breakaway if he can control the puck over the line. Finally, it's recovered, and the pass across by Dixon. They couldn't get a shot, however. Come back to the net, back out to the right point where the puck is captured by Drasner. Drasner with a shot, and that was blocked. Out comes Clark. Clark to Meyer. Meyer one-on-one. Drasner's back. Draw it back in a shot, and that one blocker save as he was going for the top shelf stick side, ends up out of play.
Tough angle from Meyer there, but he had his teammates trailing just a little bit too far behind, so he lets it rip, narrowly misses. But good work from both squads on both ends. Lots of opportunities and back and forth we go.
Face off, won by High Bank, back out to the point. That's thrown toward the net by Kumlin and stopped by Garrett Alderman.
Yeah, good work from Garrett Alderman, staying between the pipes, staying down.
Boy, what a season he's liable to have after all the shots he's faced from such big gunners all summer long. Here is Sillinger going wide, still holding on to the puck. He's just skating freely with it, as he has been all game. It's been the top offensive catalyst, which is probably no surprise for BladeTech. Here's Drasnar. He put it out in front, and that was deflected up, but not out of play. Sillinger coming out of the corner, backing up with it, muscled it across over to Dixon. Dixon for Drasnar. He put it out in front off a skate and recovered again. And skating with the puck now is Lagerbeck. Lagerbeck over to Drasnar. He drops it into the corner. They got some good puck movement going. Dixon back to Drasnar, check, but they just keep it on the string. And then he just goes out to center. He's better off trying to regroup than to keep it in, but instead two men run into each other, and they almost gave up a break there for Taransky. Sent around the boards by the keeper Alderman. Now they move it in over the line. The pass, it's gloved down right out in front. Not much operating room, but still a shot taken by Lagerbeck and a save by Salashko. Well, you like to be one-on-one with a goalie, but not when you're practically standing in his crease and you got no room to maneuver.
Nope, yeah, Lagerbeck making a great
Did he
play.
make a goal? He got a goal out of it.
Yeah, that's just right in front
How
of
he
the net.
scored there, that's incredible.
Yeah, Lagerbeck, good positioning just right in front of the net. Took it off the hand. He's got his back. We'll take a look at it off the replay here.
Look how tight he was in. He looked like he had any room at all, and somehow it trickled its way in. So that's amazing. 7-4, and that shot ends up in the corner as they attack right back the other way. Taransky.
Yeah, not all goals are pretty. Sometimes you just got to work and get those grimy ones in there.
Well, that one about as grimy as it gets. Back of the net. I don't know. It wasn't. Is that the word for filthy? If it's filthy, it's supposed to be brilliant.
Yeah,
so grimy, right. I guess, is still like what they used to call a cheap one.
A lunch pail goal.
That's right. The difference between filthy and grimy, that's hard to distinguish sometimes. Long pass, and just going to keep the game going right on as getting down there. Kumlin for High Bank, pass out, tipped away, and they've got a man up if he can get it there. He does, right on the stick, and the shot, a lot on that by Lagerbeck. Now, he stopped that shot by Lagerbeck and couldn't get the other one.
Yeah, it was a clear save there as Lagerbeck's looking for his hat trick.
And now two players come in and steal the puck away from Lagerbeck. This is Taransky with a drop pass back for Clark. Back of the goal and bounded away from O'Flynn. And out to center ice. Almost catching up to that puck, but not quite to create the one-on-one. And a good cross-rink pass back for Clark. Clark now, they went to the bench and made it a 2-on-1, and that shot was boomed wide by Clark. It was a 2-on-2, but then the second man, I guess he was really gassed, and he went to the bench. That gave him a 2-on-1, but he took the shot, maybe not realizing it was a 2-on-1. Intercepted out to center ice, carried right back in. A good move in front and trying to put it between the feet there, but the save was made on Morrison. Back of the net. Feathery backhand pass. Missed the first man. It's just drifted. They don't have that two-line pass rule anymore, so it's good. O'Flynn moving in. Down low. Trying to center it. He finds it right there. A shot save on Taransky by Garrett Alderman.
Good work out front by O'Flynn.
Good right wing pass. Taken by Sillinger on the backhand. Tried to slip it through. Couldn't quite get it to his breaking teammate, Aaron. And it's captured at center ice with a pass and a breakaway coming up here. Moving in alone and going to the backhand and scoring. That is number 13, Vitolinch, to cut the gap to 7-5.
Yeah, the 21-year-old Latvian native getting his first goal of the summer league here. Looks like he spent some time with the Green Bay Gamblers, a lot of time.
Yeah, he went to Vermont. He actually played 44 games at the collegiate level, then left, went back to Green Bay in junior, and now he's going to go to Miami, which is not a typical route for players, but you see it sometime. And 44 games, he got 3 goals and 12 points for Vermont. That shot went wide as walking right in on top, Braden Morrison. Couldn't get a good shot away. Now Sillinger, somehow he got through all those defenders. Backhand shot, save, and finally it was poked in, however. And they're really getting it in the crease and banging away until they can put it in, and that was Sillinger making a great move.
Yeah, Trevin Erie knocking that one in, I think, from right out front. And you said it, just create multiple opportunities, set guys up out front, try and clean up the rebounds.
That makes the score 8-5.
BladeTech really pulling away here.
Lucky for High Bank that they got that last goal. And now out to center ice. And they'll regroup. This is Richards. Richards turning with it. Somehow he got his way in, but he was stopped on the play by Dixon. Jackson Dixon couldn't clear it, though. And Richards has it again. Just flicks it over him. Dangerous. Could have been a breakaway there for Nielsen, and they do end up getting one out. Sillinger on the left across, and that shot was just whipped wide by Nielsen. Sillinger threw it through a crowd. Couldn't get the bounce. Bezier in the corner. Stolen back, though, right out in front. 2 men all alone in front of the goal. Sillinger got a shot right as the buzzer sounded. There were 2 forwards alone in front of the goalie. Nielsen got it to him, but a save by a rather beleaguered J.J. Salashko there to keep the score 8-5.
Yeah, you can see the look on his face. He's had his hands full the last 25 minutes.
You know, it's kind of tough to be playing your first game in this league while everyone else is playing their last game. Everyone else has kind of gotten acclimated to the pace and the number of shots you face and the difficulty of the shots you face. But given that, he did pretty well.
And even those last 15 seconds, you know, Justin Richards takes control of the puck, thinks he's going to clear it, you know, kill the last 5 seconds, and sure enough, BladeTech still gets one great shot on goal right at the buzzer. So he's doing a good job of standing tall. Just 17 years old, right from the Columbus area here. So he's doing a heck of a job playing against the big boys.
BladeTech came into this game with 8 points, High Bank 6. BladeTech was 3rd place in the regular season, and they're looking to be 3rd place in the playoffs. They lead 8-5 here at halftime in this 3rd place contest.
Yeah, not quite as many fans we've got this afternoon, but there's a few over there as the gentlemen make their way to the locker room. We are going to step aside for just a few moments here on the Alamo Sports Networks. We'll turn you over to some replays from the first half. Welcome back, hockey fans. We are still at halftime here of the third place game of the Cap City Summer Elite League. Ryan Dietrich and Greg Frankie here for Yamo Sports. And we are looking at our athletic performance insight shot chart from the first half here. Proudly presented by our partners, the Athletic Performance Insight. 8-5 BladeTech leads, 34 total shot attempts to 30, 27 apiece on goal. Pretty evenly matched so far. There's been good possession on each end for each team, a few breakaway opportunities. Goalie's doing a good job, a few have kind of skirted by, but overall pretty well balanced for an 8-5 lead from BladeTech. Good pressure from both sides. And for all of you out there, visit yamomedia.com and you can get a free trial run of the Athletic Performance Insight shot chart and analysis tools. And they will have all of that data and information from the Cap City Summer Elite League. So if you go to the yamomedia.com page, and there's what it looks like. You just sign up to register. It is free, and you'll have access to every goal, all of the shots, all of the data, how many attempts from every game from the Cap City Summer Elite League this year. So defending, attacking, percentages, positions, all those things. So here's just a quick little run through. That's what it looks like on your web page, on your browser. You've got all of the players on either team. You can select selection they've done. So go to yamomedia.com, and the link's right there at the top of our page. You can click to sign up and register with Athletic Performance Insight. It is completely free. So if you're interested in going back and looking at some of the history of what's happened throughout this Cap City Summer League, go check that out. Go to yamomedia.com. It's right at the top. Click to register for the API shot chart analysis.
No team can survive without that kind of technology anymore. It's extremely valuable, and it's great that it's accessible, widely accessible now.
Yeah, and that's, for all the data junkies out there, the people that like to get into kind of the guts of what's going on in the hockey game, stuff that you don't see, necessarily on the ice, but all the things that stand out in the numbers. As the boys are getting ready to retake the ice here, good work from our camera guy. I think we got Charlie over there on the wireless camera. There's Michael Feenstra, the defenseman number 96, as BladeTech takes the ice. And we were talking about it. We've got a couple defensemen with goals so far, and that's what we like to say. The Cap City Summer Elite League, where defensemen like to play offense. Yeah, exactly. They get their chance, and I don't think I've ever met a defender that doesn't like to play forward when he gets his chance. And even goalies, they typically never play goalie when they just play in pickup games. They always pick up the stick and want to score a goal. It's a little different here, where it's a great training opportunity to get ready for the season to play goal. But yeah, and Drasnar in particular stepped up, and he's not someone who scored a great deal in his 3 years for Miami. 4 goals, 6 assists, and 10 points, but he stepped up and finished off a couple of outman rushes very nicely. He might be auditioning for a forward's position this year. Who knows? Yeah, Drasnar, he'll be a senior at Miami. He's played over 80 games at the University of Miami, so he's going to have some well-earned experience. He and Feenstra both have, we talked about, a lot of these guys are about to report to Miami either as juniors or transfers, but Drasnar and Feenstra, we talked about familiarity. Those two guys have both been in the program for multiple seasons, and I'm sure that is helping them a little bit in this game. Well, and you mentioned that. Feenstra, I see he spent some time with the Dubuque Fighting Saints in the USHL, and his teammate Braden Morrison spent some time in Dubuque, as well as a few of those other guys from the Illinois area. So Morrison and Feenstra have that past history, and then this, and then going to Miami. So you got to build that team chemistry any way you can, and there we go. Carson Meyer, your leading point scorer for Cap City Summer Elite League. Archer Taransky, Alex Kumlin, some of the new faces and names here. Yep, Braden Morrison, we've seen him. He's going to Miami, but he actually played for Wisconsin previously, and he, as you mentioned, he played for the Dubuque Fighting Saints. He played in Okotoks in Canada, went to Wisconsin, and then he's another guy that went back to juniors and then back again. We've seen a couple of guys like that. Albin Nielsen played internationally at the U17 and 18 levels for Sweden. Then he went to Niagara
and he had a good career over there with Niagara, the Purple Eagles, and now he's switching over to Miami. Of course, they get that extra year of eligibility. Arthur Taransky, from another one from Miami. He played internationally both at the 18 and the U20 level, which is the major world championship tournament. Then he went to play 60 games in junior in Texas, and then he's going to Miami. Vitolinch, we talked about, from Latvia and Russia. And Alex Kumlin also played in the major world junior championship at the age of 20 after playing in 17 and 18. So tremendous amount of talent with these new players we're watching here today.
And those three guys you just mentioned, all international: Sweden, Latvia, and Slovakia.
That's right. And of course, we'll see some Czech guys, and of course, Laine from Finland in the next game. There's a long pass over on the right. It's really spreading out the ice. It was like a zone defense. It looked like a 2-on-1, but that second defender got down and intercepted the pass. That's Dukovic. There's a shot that was sent wide by Richards, as it's a 3-goal lead for BladeTech. But we've seen a lot of games really change complexion in the second half.
Yeah, you bet. Second half, it can be very different than the first. We'll see what we got in store.
Here is Drasnar again going into his forward act. Pass across. He skates well, too. He doesn't look like a defensive defenseman. Sillinger up the boards. Of course, everybody skates well these days anymore. The days of the big, slow defensemen long extinct, which is nice. And then way offside on that one. Clark realized that he was about a foot off of the shore there.
Oh, that with NFL preseason starting, you see the same thing there. Big linemen, big defensemen. Everybody is so fast and agile. Athletes these days.
Even though they're 50, 60, 100 pounds heavier than they used to be.
Yep.
Go figure that.
Yeah, the athletes these days just keep getting better and better.
Oh, there's a good cross-rink pass for Dukovic right out in front. And they couldn't get a good shot, but there again they score. And another one, they get a goal in close like that. Drasnar again.
Yep, speaking of, Robbie Drasnar right off the bat. The Buffalo Grove, Illinois native.
Former Nanaimo Clipper. Love the names of those Canadian junior hockey teams.
They've got some great ones. That's Drasner's second goal of the day here.
Including the Trail Smoke Eaters you just learned about today.
That's right.
Very famous team in Canada. It was the last team for 33 years. They were the last team to win a world championship for Canada.
Oh, wow.
Before the Canadian professionals finally did it in 1994. Long pass right there for Meyer. He's got to score here to get his team back in, but Alderman once again shuts it down. And the puck hits the screen and just bounds back on the ice, and they just keep right on going. But he played that very well. Now they're in over the line, stolen. And look at that pass between the skates, but just deflected in front of Meyer. They'll get there first. That was a big save by Alderman to keep this score a 4-goal game. Another one lofted over the top. This one by Taransky. Stolen and flashing out. Good speed by Sillinger. Cuts back. Nice move. Shot. And an excellent save by Salashko. Went right with him. He shot back against the grain. Now it's Meyer speeding up to the line. I think that little break helped them as the pace is picked right up again here. That one just popped wide. The net is off. And I think the player, Meyer, sort of helped to set it back up again. That was nice of him, as his team had the puck in the attacking zone. Right out in front. And it is cleared away into the corner by Albin Nielsen.
Both teams really pressing the issue here early in the second half.
There were times when it lagged a little bit because they were just going up and down so fast before. That shot was stopped. Feenstra got in, the other defensive defenseman. Now they shoot, and another save as they're going end to end now, as that shot by Cam Bajer was stopped by Alderman, and finally we get a stoppage in play. Very rare stoppages in play here. You don't get much chance to get a breath.
Nope. And yeah, High Bank doing a good job. They took that rebound right off of Salasko's pad, pushed it up 1-2 passes, and Carson Meyer is already on a breakaway.
Yeah, the transition game, that's what this is all about. In the beginning, they were going 3-on-3, and then it was really that. But even 4-on-4, more open ice than usual. And out to the far boards. The puck is picked up there by number 21, Kumlin. Alex Kumlin, another Swedish player. They work it back up high. Kumlin accepts that pass again. Skims it down low, right in front. A shot, and again, it looked like a wide open net, but Bajer couldn't tuck it in. Now they have it once more in front. Wide open goal. This time they do tuck it in. Kumlin, he got another chance on the play as he was set up by Taransky.
Yep, just wore down Alderman a little bit too long there. He made the stop on that first look, but they just kind of circled the wagon, reset. Great look from Alex Kumlin there.
Looks like a lot of these Miami players who haven't reported yet have got their Red Hawk gear. Those are the Miami Red Hawk pants they're all wearing. And that's good. You can at least tell who the Miami guys are out there. Here is Taransky flying in over the left wing. He's got excellent speed, centered in front. Couldn't get it there. Cam Bezier takes over. Bezier from El Paso in the North American Hockey League. Sure he'll be joining the collegiate ranks soon. And that puck is checked away from Tanyan Bezier. And here's a break for Erie, but Bezier got back in a hurry to cut him off. And Erie can move. Fed it back. He wasn't ready for that return pass. Had an open side, but he'd gone by it. And it's kept in play by Jackson Dixon.
Good recovery on the defense by High Bank.
Boy, was it ever. Bezier just cut off Erie's path to the goal. In over the line, Taransky and offside. He fell over the blue line and went sliding all the way to the bench there.
I think they'll take this break in play.
Yeah, I think so. They're probably all saying to him, hey, thanks a lot for doing that.
Every now and then,
yeah. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if there weren't even a couple of intentional offsides at some point.
Well, that gives them a chance to make a line change because it's tough to when you're back and forth. You can only kind of swap one guy at a time.
Vitolich went sliding right over to the BladeTech bench. There's a long pass. Richards moving in. Shot. I think he hit the crossbar there. Now it's Clark centering it. Richards takes over in the corner. Richards trying to maneuver his way out front. Had to fade behind the goal, but he's got it again. Deep slot. Swung it back now for Holt. Threw it in front, and that was tipped. That was Clark trying to find Holt in front. And now the puck is captured by Lagerbeck. They come with a left wing pass, and quickly it's a 2-on-1 break. 3-on-2 now. They pass it across and blast it in by Jackson Dixon off an excellent feed there from Dukovic to make it 10-6. Of course, don't forget we've got those money pucks still coming.
That's right. That's Dixon's first goal of the afternoon. I think Dukovic's first assist as well. Yeah, you mentioned the money pucks, both teams.
Two of them tie it up to score 10-6. We've seen games that look long gone get close right at the end because of that. Into the corner. Here's Clark. Clark trying to pass it out. Stolen. Here's another chance. And that ended up way wide, maybe deflected. And now it's taken by Feenstra across. A shot went wide. Up high to Sillinger. Sillinger trying to work his way in on the left side. Took two defenders with him out in front. Shot back of the net, and Feenstra has it again. Feenstra gave it off, and that shot went wide of the net. That shot was taken by Erie. Now back to Sillinger at the right point with Richards against him. And had him by the skate there for a moment. And ended up getting the puck. That was a nifty defensive maneuver there. Richards over the line. Pass across, and too much on it for Clark to settle. And now it's out to center ice. A pass out. Sillinger coming back hard there. Again, O'Flynn. But Sillinger keeps the puck. Took a short side shot. Was stopped. Tried to slip it in front. Couldn't find Dukovic. Now back to the point. Lagerbeck. Dukovic has it. Good puck movement here in the offense's zone off a skate, though, as they tried to get it to Feenstra. Now it's a race. Feenstra just trying to ward off Noah Holt. And he barely succeeds, but managed to secure the puck. So he can still play defense, even though he scored a couple of goals up front.
That's right, yeah, putting in the effort there, hustling back. Noah Holt's got some speed, so lucky he didn't let him get away with that one.
Sillinger dragging it back of the goal, slipped it in front, and the shot. Albin Nielsen is saved by Salashko.
Big save by Salashko there. Tough angle.
Back in over the line is Kumlin. Far side turned out quickly, and it's another break going the other way. 1-on-1 with two forwards trailing and one back checker right out in front. Second shot stopped by Salashko. They didn't really get a good drive on goal there for that type of opportunity. Dropped off, long pass. That one misses everybody, and Drasnar is back for it.
Yeah, Albin Nilsson just didn't quite get a good look as he wanted coming through with BladeTech into the crease.
A very prominent name in Swedish hockey, the likes of Ulf Nilsson and Kent Nilsson, who was one of the probably most skilled players ever to play in the National Hockey League. And then pass out, backing in over the blue line, out in front, shot and a big save. And as that one was stopped off of the stick of Morrison, and now out to center ice for Richards. Richards likes that play where he cuts it over the middle and shot. And that was stopped. They used to call Kent Nielsen the Magic Man. His hands were so good. And his feet were so quick, too. Maybe the most all-time best pure skilled player in the history of the National Hockey League. Although there are some people would argue that point, but he's out very awesome, no doubt. Out to center ice, in controlling it. It goes to Meyer. Meyer over the line. Meyer into the corner, right out in front, and a shot, the dragging pad. I'll tell you what, Alderman, that player from Ohio University, has played outstanding today. And it's a shot also stopped. This game could be tied at least if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, that was a great stretch by Alderman to stop that first one.
Erie with a great move. Drew it back once, twice. Finally gave it off to his trailing Nielsen. Played it again, centered. Erie played some great moves, but he forgot to shoot the puck. Now over the line, here is Meyer. Meyer turning. Fed up the far side it goes. He gets it over to Kumlin, centered, blocked. And Erie comes out with it again. This time he's got no defenseman you got to worry about beating. He makes a pass, return to him again, tic-tac-toe, but no finish there.
J.J. Salasco, big stop against the 2-on-none.
Now they go back the other way, right in alone, shot, and it just slipped through the 5-hole there. A goal by Turansky to tighten it up a little bit.
When I will mention Garrett Alderman doing such a good job for BladeTech in net. Last week, BladeTech got beat by 6-1, 4-9-8, but the player of the game was Michael Sochin, who did such a good job in between the pipes in the loss.
You know, they had a 3-on-0 break there, and instead of anybody taking the shot, they made about 5 passes, and they missed a great scoring opportunity, and the other team comes right back down and scores. So now instead of a 5-goal game, it's a 3-goal game. Of course, you know, you're trying things out there, but you want to score the goal, too. Across, shot, save, rebound, and it was just cleared away.
Yeah, too many passes. You said it.
And then now they played nicely over the line. A saucered pass right out in front, and just gunned wide as Meyer was in alone after a great pass across the crease by Kumlin. It landed perfectly as he saucered it cross rink, and then they set up Meyer for the shot. Back of the goal now. Centering pass right there. Shot by Meyer, blocked. Got it back again. And then the defensemen have been blocking a lot of shots too for BladeTech. Out they come. In over the line. This is Dukovac. Still has it. Played it back to the trailer. This is number 16. And they pass it across and they score on a neat play there by Jackson Dixon as he set it across the crease. And it was put in finally. It might have been Dixon who got the goal, but he was certainly in on it.
Let's take back a look at, I think that was Graham Broadfoot.
Okay, he centered it to Broadfoot, who scored the goal.
Yeah, just off the backhand. Broadfoot good at getting himself in the right spot. And just had some patience there.
So that makes it 11-7. Still, they're 2 money puck goals away from a tie. Here's a pass into the trailer, then back up high. And that shot by number 8, Badger, was deflected over the goal. As we take a look at the goal that was scored a moment ago, there's Dixon doing the work, and he found Broadfoot and tucked it in. Now they come right back and score again. And again, it's Broadfoot.
Well,
that makes it 12-7.
He can score goals in bunches. Graham Broadfoot scored 6 just a couple weeks ago in one game. He's got 2 today. And as you can see, he can put them up in a hurry.
Fitchburg State hoping he'll save some of those goals for them.
Yeah, I would imagine he makes a pretty big impact down with those guys.
And I think that, again, a lot of these guys might just transition into some excellent seasons based on the work they're getting in here. Erie shot. That was not really struck well. Fluttered in and saved by Salasco. And look at Clark. Ramble down the ice. Dropped it back off. Walking in. Tipped in front. That shot by O'Flynn was deflected away. And back comes BladeTech's Erie. Erie over the line. Dropped it back for Lagerbeck, and that went over the top. Erie has 3 defenders around him. He has some guys open in front, finds them, and they score. And at any level of hockey, when you surround one man with 3, you're in trouble, and Sillinger finishes that one off.
Yeah, great work by Sillinger there, right close to Salashko, just patient enough, and lifts it up over the head. Right.
See, there are 3 defenders, white guys, 1, 2, 3, around Erie, who centered it for the goal.
Yep, all Sillinger there just picks him off and skates right between the 3 defensemen. That's his 3rd. Give him a hat trick for the day.
Now right out in front it goes, and a nice pass. Erie again, he's really been involved here, right out in front. But the shot couldn't be taken by Nielsen, and back comes High Bank with a 3-on-1. Pass across, O'Flynn making all kinds of moves, and then he centered it, but it was deflected away.
It might be money puck time for High Bank.
And here we go with a breakaway. Nielsen, here we go with the pass back again. And save made by Salashko, but that's 2. At least they got the shot that time on the 3-on-0. In they come again, here wide. And they're again putting on a passing display, but shot went over the top, and now we've got money puck time. It is BladeTech taking it, and they lead by 2, so they feel like they're on the verge of getting some more. Nielsen had it checked away from him. Tried to come out with a pass ahead. Richards, as he sensed the chance to get High Bank in the game again, and that shot, though, is over the net. Alderman might have got a piece of it with his glove. Stolen away. Meyer sets it up in front, in tight, and he took the 5-hole away. And another good save by Alderman.
2
this time
stops
on number 13, Vitolic.
2 big stops by Alderman on the money pucks.
Yeah, save 2 both times, right out in front. Open net, whirling shot. What a save by Salashko. Because he had to whirl, it took another half second, but he still got over really well.
Yep, Robbie Drasner on the stop.
Right in front. Again, Drasner looking a lot like a forward, though, with that move. Now it's Richards in front, and the goalie's back pad stayed home. And the shot, that one, went just wide as it is Sillinger. Fan tells us there's a minute left in the money puck. I'll take that as official. Here's Sillinger, and stick checked away by Salashko. They keep it in the zone, swarming all over, then pass across. More tic-tac-toe work, and it did not get in this time. BladeTech pretty confident they can just throw that puck around, and it's not going to keep them from maintaining their lead. I don't think they've scored on any of those fancy passing plays, but they're fun to watch. And now it is Dukovac back in. He tried to slide it over to Dixon. That was blocked, and they take it again, back of the goal. Morrison has it again. Braden Morrison across, up high. You can tell these guys playing together, and there's a nifty finish as Morrison blasts it in, courtesy of that great pass that he got just in time for the money puck as it was fed over to him by Drasnar.
Yeah, good spacing there from BladeTech as it just kind of wore him down. You can see Morrison there on the right side of your screen. Pass to the far side sends the goalie the other way, and then they just bring it right back to him wide open.
And then the former Wisconsin Badger, Morrison, buries that one. And with the money puck, that makes it 15-7. 7 minutes to go. It looks like BladeTech is very close to third place finish, walking out in front, and they just stopped Turansky, so money puck again for High Bank, and they need to score more than 1 on this. They need 4 to tie it. That might be pushing it a little. Here they come. Meyer breaking in alone. They need this one. Made some moves, but he didn't get a shot away, put out in front, and Turansky tipped it wide, and Alderman really did a good job staying with him there.
Yeah, Meyer just got a little too close to Alderman, couldn't get a shot off.
He had a great move. I thought he was going to tuck it in, but then he didn't have any room. Shot over the top.
And that's happened the last few possessions for High Bank, it seems. Just getting a little too close in there, but Garrett Alderman doing a wonderful job. We had a rare puck out of play. Kind of dragging the money puck away from High Bank as they need to get it going here and push this face-off up the ice.
If I recall, at one point, High Bank was on top of the league, and they were looking pretty strong. But they have dropped, and of course, really filtering in so many new players in this game was going to make it tough for them. Back of the net. There was a time when first place was changing every week, but then 6-1-4 just went off on their winning streak that they currently enjoy.
High Bank started out with 2 overtime wins and then a regulation win, and they haven't won since.
And here's Richards right out in front. Meyer shot, big save, Alderman again. So in memory did serve that they got off to a good start. And there's a shot block, save, and trying to put it out over the top. And again, Alderman taking away that lower part of the net. He has been impenetrable almost, as much as a 15-7 game, you can say that. And there's a pass across. Again, BladeTech just throwing it around and bypassing shots. They feel very confident with the lead they have right now. Moving in, Meyer, shot that one high and wide and high. Taransky, back of the goal, he overskated it. They come out with it, a pass, and that one's taken now by Feenstra. Feenstra in, his good pass across. There's a shot dinged off the post as he found Erie. Back out to center ice.
No, it came right back at Feenstra, about hit himself.
No money puck goal that time, so that's big for BladeTech. That almost ensures that there's no way that they're going to get the number of goals they need to get back in the game, High Bank. They have the puck there. I even feel confident saying that as fast as things change in this league. They're down 8 goals with 4.5 minutes left and no money pucks.
Well, they're just in clear control.
Meyer with a shot goal. Did we speak too soon?
Maybe.
I don't know. That makes it 15-8.
And folks, as we mentioned, Carson Meyer there, after that goal, he's going to go home and use his Hyper Ice suite of products. Visit hyperice.com to check out all their tools. They help relieve tension, unlock sore muscles, prime your body and mind to be their best. Hyper Ice missions is to help everyone move better, live better, and be better. So they're not just for professional athletes. You can use it at home too. Great for sore muscles, hiking, dog walks, all those good things. Visit hyperice.com as we take a look at that good replay from Carson Meyer.
If they can help the pros, imagine what they can do for you, though.
There you go.
Here we go, up to the blue line, out to center ice. Sillinger, he's been really up to the challenge in this game. Pass across goal. There they didn't fool around with that one. A great pass and finish as Teddy Lagerbeck banks another insurance goal. Teddy Lagerbeck, he's the one that played for the Trail Smoke Eaters up in Western Canada. Also played for the Waterloo Blackhawks in the USHL. Played 40 games for Niagara for the Purple Eagles, too.
Yeah, he's been kind of all over the place. That's Teddy's third goal of the game, giving him a hat trick.
He now transferred to Arizona State University, and they have recently started a major Division I hockey program. That one went over the top.
Well, hey, hockey in the desert. If they can do it in Vegas, I mean, you might as well go to school at Arizona State.
That's right.
Enjoy the sunshine, but get your time on the rink.
They had a good club program for a long while, and then they just decided to take the plunge to go varsity, and now they're contending against the top teams in Division I hockey. Long pass, and they break that through over on the left wing, and a shot was taken by Tanyonbejer, and that was stopped again by Alderman. That comes Sillinger, and he is just skating at will almost. And he circles back. Again, I don't remember his dad having open ice moves quite like that. The net is empty. They got a lot of goals to score in 2 minutes. In the meantime, just hits the side of the net there. I don't know how hard he was trying to put that in. Out to center ice. And back for it is Lagerbeck, number 8. Meyer on top of him, stole it from him. Lagerbeck, Meyer. Meyer now tried to set it up for number 13, Vitolinch. He couldn't get a shot away up high. They really don't have any time to waste here with the number of goals they're trailing. Shot, Holt stopped there by Alderman, and that one flittered wide of the net. And it's taken by Sillinger. Look at him stick handling, make that long pass out for Albin Nielsen. And he puts it into the empty net, and that is going to be it for sure.
Yep, things getting a little out of hand here. BladeTech really putting it on.
They got out to an early lead, and High Bank narrowed it down a little bit, but they just picked right up where they left off in most of the first half.
Yeah, High Bank just can't quite break that shell. They'll get 1 or 2, but BladeTech comes right back.
Here comes Meyer. They've been constantly foiled by Garrett Alderman. He makes another save. Richards off the skate of Meyer. Last minute of play here in this consolation game. Championship game coming. Next week we'll have an all-star game, which ought to be exciting. Can they get that through them? No, they cannot.
I was wondering about the all-star game. We've got so many local guys and quite a few international out of state. I don't know if you go Ohio against, everywhere else or something like that, but be curious to see who shows up and how they draw it up.
One thing for sure, it ought to be entertaining.
Yep.
Clark to Richards. Most points in a game for Cole Sillinger. He sets the record with that last goal, and he gets a nice round of applause.
Well, his teammate Patrick Laine is coming up next, who held that record previously.
That's right. We'll see how long he keeps it.
Yep.
And that is the hockey game. 17-8, the final score. The BladeTech with a resounding win. And before the game, I would have thought that because they had so many guys playing for the first time, that they would have been at a bit of a disadvantage. So much for the conventional wisdom.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Anything goes out the window here at Cap City Summer Elite League. BladeTech really did a good job. Garrett Alderman right there. He held his own, that's for sure. And they did a good job of cleaning up the rebounds, really only giving High Bank 1 or 2 chances before pushing it back the other way, I think, was the difference in the game. But good effort by High Bank Distillery. Not where they wanted to finish the season, but anyway, good experience for the young guys. Great for High Bank Distillery and the local crew. And there he goes, Cole Sillinger. 10 points, I believe, is the new single-game record. Laine held it with 9, so that would be...
Well, if Laine can match that in the finals, that will stand his 6-1-4 team in good stead in the final.
Yeah, you bet, as we've got that coming up. Cole Sillinger, 10 points this game. And there he goes, right off the ice. You got some people coming
posing
in.
for a picture.
Yeah.
Hey, say, I got that right after he set a scoring record.
That's pretty cool. So, yeah, big shout-out to BladeTech and High Bank Distillery, 2 of the partners from the Cap City Summer Elite League here. Excellent work as they take it off the ice. So, folks, here in about, let's see, 15 minutes. The game is slated for 1:40. The championship game is scheduled for puck drop at 1:40. We are going to step aside for intermission here on Yamo Sports. And just a reminder, we will end this stream and we will start a new live stream here in a few minutes to get the championship game up and running. So if you're watching online, bear with us. We'll drop this one, start up a new one here in a few minutes. So a big thank you to the proud sponsors, High Bank Distillery and BladeTech Hockey. The CEO of BladeTech Hockey, Anthony Moore. I had a great interview with him week 1, so best of luck to them and their future endeavors. And there we go. Number 29, that was Robbie Drasner heading off. So
yeah, after Sillinger, he might have been player of the game.
Yeah, Cole Sillinger would, I imagine, would be your player of the game. If you want to visit Cap City Summer Elite League's Instagram page, they usually post those pictures afterwards. So keep an eye out there on Instagram. Also visit Yamo Media 614. As Graham Proudfoot heads into the locker room, we are going to step aside for intermission here. We will be back in about 5 minutes, folks. We'll see you shortly for the championship game between 614 Hockey and Battery Academy.